Hello and welcome to the Calmcast, a time to feel calm and think clearly. I'm Claire Downham, the Queen of Calm, a transformational life coach. I was a burnt out head teacher who finally made the journey to calm after years of trying, and I want to prevent you from having to do the same. The Calmcast is a series of short explorations, gently guiding you back to your natural state, which is calm and clarity. Just listen like you would listen to music, with an open mind and curiosity. There's nothing else to do. Now let's relax into today's episode. So today is a bit of a truth bomb. It's one that I've really had to learn. And learning it has been really helpful. And the title today isn't, it's not them, it's you. Relationships are such a big part of our lives, aren't they? But boy, do they seem to cause us some discomfort. Even I think our relationships with our nearest and dearest, the people we love the most, our partners, our children, maybe other friends and close relatives. It can seem, can't it, like they are bringing about our state, our feeling state, how we actually feel in the world. Now, I don't have many difficult relationships, if I'm honest, but I do have one particular difficult relationship in my life right now. And that person does some things that I think most people would find challenging, I'll say. Not preferred, to put a gentler slant on it. So this person sends quite unpleasant messages. Most recently, a message including the words brainwashing and sabotaging. This person has been known to shout, scream, actually, down the phone. This person is often seems to me to be trying to control what happens in my life, in my house, well, in our house. So I could tell you some stories, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want to make it too personal. Now, it was really easy, and my usual response to that would be a ranting, not to them, but kind of after the event, having a right good rant. Anybody else like a right good rant? Having a really good rant. And I guess what that feels like, doesn't it? Ranting about somebody else's behaviour. It almost feels like we're getting it off our chest. You know, we think we're processing it, don't we? If I rant for long enough, I'll kind of wear myself out. And I think you do in the end, but not in a good way. Because whenever you're ranting, you are putting your system under stress, and you're no doubt releasing cortisol and adrenaline and other things that really don't need to be in your system unless you are really in danger they're going into your system while you're ranting. So it's probably not fundamentally good for our physical bodies to be doing that, health-wise. But it made sense to me. I have deep compassion. For the me of not that long ago, really, it made sense to rant, and in the attempt to get it off my chest. And my other response would be to send messages that were definitely an attempt to stop this person doing what they were doing, with the sense that if they stopped, I could feel better. If they stopped sending rude messages, if they stopped shouting down the phone, if they stopped behaving the way, if they stopped being themselves, really, fundamentally, then I would feel better. Now, what's been really interesting over the last, I would say probably the last year or so, is that more and more I've started to understand better the feeling, the sensation I get in my body when this person behaves the way they behave that I don't like. And what's been noticed, I think, by me is that when I feel an uncomfortable feeling, and here we go to, it's not them, it's you, it's not that person, it's Claire who's doing this, is knowing that horrible feeling that usually sparks off ranting or angry texting is coming from me. It's just out, whenever we have any sensation, I don't care what it is, any of those emotive sensations in the body, they are like a really helpful tap on the shoulder from our system to let us know that our state of mind is not good at the moment. It's a bit like what you would do, and this is just coming to me now, really. If you had a friend who was really upset and said that they were so upset with the response they got from customer service at a supermarket, for example, that they were going to go in with a baseball bat and smash up the counter, then you would sit with that friend and you would help them to settle down, wouldn't you? You wouldn't want your friend to go, unless you'd had particularly poor service and you wanted to go with a baseball bat as well. But most of the time, we try to settle our friends down. We say to them, look, that's a bit of an extreme response because you had you had an off salad and you didn't get good customer service. It's a bit, we would go, come on, it's all right. It's all right. You don't have to respond like that. Maybe we can write a letter, or maybe we can just go for a walk while you calm down. We would help that person, wouldn't we? And when we have one of those ranty, angry sensations, it really is just our system going, excuse me, excuse me, I just need to let you know that you need to calm down. Now, when I say you need to calm down, I don't mean do something to calm yourself down, although that may occur. It may occur to you to do some breathing exercises or whatever. It's the understanding of what the feeling means that's most important, because when you understand what something means, you can respond to it better. I don't go around dropping things because I know what gravity does all the time. Now, when I know that my system, my sensations, my feelings are always telling me about my state of mind, then it makes more sense to allow some space, to not respond to the person, to not send a message, to not rant, because ranting feels awful, but to allow myself some space. That's my doing, by the way. You don't have to do that. Might be something else that makes sense to you. But there is a fundamental difference between how we act in the world when we know that it's coming from us and our state of mind, and how we act in the world if we think it's coming from them. There's a real gap there between the two. If I think it's coming from me, I'm going to behave in a certain way. If I think it's coming from them, I'm going to behave in a different way. I'm going to do something out in the world towards them in some way, probably. And it's just really helpful. It's just really helpful to see it. Now, I don't always see it in the moment. I sometimes get really caught up. But my fiance is quite good at settling me down around this particular person. And I guess the other thing that's helpful is to know that another person is really doing the best they can with the thinking that looks real to them. Just like if you react in some way to that person, you're doing the best you can with your understanding of what your feelings are telling you. It really is just an update. Now, what I have noticed is that in the rant, in the upset, in the, "Oh my God, here we go again," kind of thing, there will be some things that occur to me that I would like this person to know. Now, quite often when I'm calmed down, I still would like them to know some bits of that, a lot less noisily. And so we can still say to somebody, "I would prefer you did not behave in this way." But we do it from such a different place when we're not driven by or caught up in this off thinking, this not so good state of mind. That feeling is just telling you that you've stepped away from your well-being and what's true about all of us, which this innate calm and clarity and confidence that we all really have. We've just stepped away from it when we have that uncomfortable feeling. So there's something here to explore and play with and notice. And what I've noticed through kind of experimenting with this is just seeing how different my responses are when I realise where my feelings are coming from. Fundamentally different. Thank you so much for listening. There's nothing to do now but bring some awareness to how this is working out in your life. Listen regularly to experience longer and longer periods of calm. This has been the Calmcast with Claire Downham, Queen of Calm. Take care and keep listening.